गणेश मंगलम, श्री गणनायक मंगलम, श्री गणेश मंगलम, श्री गणनायक मंगलम, श्री गणेश मंगलम, श्री गणनायक मंगलम,
मंगलम स्वयंभू सिद्धि विनायक मंगलम,
मंगलम स्वयंभू सिद्धि विनायक मंगलम, सिद्धि विनायक मंगलम।
Welcome to the Bhajnavali broadcast, directed and hosted by Sri Gyan Rajhans. Bhajnavali is a spiritual broadcast consisting of English discourses, Hindi pravachan, and melodious bhajans. भजनावली के प्रसारण में आपका स्वागत है। हमारे प्रसारण में आप अंग्रेजी और हिंदी प्रवचनों और मधुर भजनों सुनते हैं। धन्यवाद। Now, here is your host, Sri Gyan Rajhans.
Thank you, Shalini. Dear worldwide devotees of Bhajnavali, Vasant Panchami or Basant Panchami. This festival in India is celebrated every year because it's an indicator of the coming of spring season in India. I said in India because in Toronto at this time it sure does not feel like that the spring has sprung or is around the corner. Be as it may, we are talking about India where cool, lingering breeze will soon replace the cold, harsh winter and bring the joy of spring season. Vasant Panchami is also known as the Saraswati Puja, and I will tell you today why goddess of learning Mata Saraswati is worshipped on Vasant Panchami and why it is celebrated by Hindus and Sufis alike, and why Mata Saraswati's favorite color is white. तो भजनावली के विश्वव्यापी भक्तों, वसंत पंचमी अर्थात सरस्वती पूजा है। तो आइए, बातें बहुत हो गई। आफ्टर दिस डिस्कोर्सेज ऑन वसंत पंचमी।
हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे, हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे, तव चरणों का आधार दे, तव भक्ति का अधिकार दे, हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे, हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे। श्वेत कमलासन विराजित वीणा वादिनी शारदे, श्वेत कमलासन विराजित वीणा वादिनी शारदे, हस्त पुस्तक माला धारत गिरावासिनी शारदे, वाणी में दे मधुरता सुख शांति में संसार दे, हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे, हे शारदे मां शारदे, हे भगवती मां शारदे। शुभ्रवसना सौम्यवदना हंसवाहिनी शारदे शुभ्रवसना सौम्यवदना हंसवाहिनी शारदे दिव्यनयना श्वेतवर्णा हे सरस्वती शारदे लय तालमय जीवन बनी संगीत का उपहार दे हे शारदे माँ शारदे हे भगवती माँ शारदे हे शारदे माँ शारदे हे भगवती माँ शारदे ब्रह्म हरिहर वन्दिते बलबुद्धि विद्या प्रदायिनी ब्रह्म हरिहर वन्दिते बलबुद्धि विद्या प्रदायिनी मोहतिमिरविदारिणी और ज्ञान पुंज प्रकाशिनी माँ भारती की गोद में जन्मों जन्म अवतार दे हे शारदे माँ शारदे हे भगवती माँ शारदे हे शारदे माँ शारदे हे भगवती माँ शारदे हे शारदे हे शारदे हे शारदे हे शारदे
Today, my co-host Shalini will tell you in English what is Vasant Panchami.
India is a land of festivals and celebrations. These festivals give an opportunity for the people to come together and share in each other's joys. All the festivals are celebrated with gaiety, merriment, and pomp. Indeed, it is rightly said of India that here one just needs an excuse to celebrate. In this land of numerous deities, not only are festivals celebrated in remembrance of these gods and goddesses, but also on the advent of even commencement of a season. One such festival is Basant Panchami. Basant Panchami heralds the beginning of spring. Cool, lingering breeze replaces the cold, harsh winter, and there is a touch of rejuvenation and joy in the air. The buds of leaves and flowers come into full bloom. Girls in different shades of yellow dresses enhance the beauty of nature on the day of Basant Panchami. Kite flying, a popular sport in India, is associated with the Basant Panchami day. Basant means spring, and Panchami is the 5th day of the fortnight of the waxing moon, Shukl Paksh, in the month of January-February of the English calendar. Celebrated on the onset of spring, it marks the beginning of new life with yellow mustard flowers starting to bloom and nature displaying her majestic best. Thus, the color of the festival is yellow, and women can be seen dotted in saffron dresses. The day of Basant Panchami is dedicated to goddess Saraswati. It is not a national holiday in India, but the schools are closed and the students participate in decoration and arrangement of the worship place. A few weeks before the celebration, schools become active in organizing various annual competitions of music, debate, sport, and other activities. Prizes are distributed on the day of Basant Panchami. Many schools organize cultural activities in the evening of the Saraswati Puja day, when parents and other community members attend the functions to encourage the children. Saraswati is the goddess of learning. Saraswati bestows the greatest wealth to humanity, the wealth of knowledge. The prayer that you just heard for Saraswati depicts her as a white lady in white dress, bedecked with white flowers and white pearls, sitting on a white lotus, which is blooming in a wide stretch of water. She holds the veena, a string instrument like the sitar, for playing music. The prayer finally concludes, O Mother Saraswati, remove the darkness of ignorance of my mind and bless me with eternal knowledge. The Vedas describe Saraswati as a water deity, goddess of a river of the same name. According to popular belief, Saraswati, originating from the Himalayas, flowed southeast, ultimately meeting the Ganges at Allahabad, near the confluence of Yamuna. Hence the place is called Triveni. In due time, this course of water petered away. The mythological history of Saraswati associates her with the holy rituals performed on the banks of the river Saraswati. She is worshipped as a goddess of speech, attributed to the formation of words, invention of Sanskrit language, and composition of hymns. However, few of us know that Basant Panchami is traditionally celebrated not only by the Hindus but also by many Muslims in India. It is believed that the Sufis may have begun the tradition of Basant amongst Indian Muslims in as early as the 12th century. The legend goes that Delhi Sufi saint Nizamuddin Aulia, once so grieved because of the passing away of his young nephew Taqiyuddin, knew that he withdrew himself completely from the world for a couple of months, either locked inside his room or sitting near his nephew's grave. His close friend, disciple, and famous court poet, Amir Khusro, could not bear with his peer's absence any longer and started thinking of ways to brighten him up. One day, Khusro met a few women on the road who were dressed up beautifully, singing and carrying colorful flowers. He asked them what they were up to, and the women told him it is Basant Panchami today. They were taking the offering of Basant to their god. Khusro found this very fascinating, and smiling he said, "Well, my god needs an offering of Basant too." Soon he dressed himself up like these women, took some mustard flowers, and singing the same songs, started walking toward the graveyard where his peer would be sitting alone. Nizamuddin Aulia noticed some women coming toward him. He could not recognize Khusro. On close inspection, he realized what was going on and smiled. They had all been waiting for him to smile for 2 months. Amir Khusro, other Sufis, and disciples started singing Persian couplets in praise of spring, and symbolically the mustard flowers were offered to the grave of Nu. The impact of this incident was such that the celebration of Basant became an annual affair in the monastery of Nizamuddin Aulia, and subsequently in other centers of Sufi order all over the country. The local Muslims affiliated to all those dargahs and monasteries automatically took to the tradition of celebrating Basant. Sufis have a long tradition of adapting to the local culture and language of the places they visited to spread their message. The Sufis, too, have not only tried to relate to the Indian culture and music, they even experimented and enriched the various cultural forms. Basant is a living example of that. In today's scenario, while communities are being forced to be polarized into their puritanical identities, Muslims celebrating Basant or Hindus taking part in Eid may sound like a dream. In the past, it was these dargahs and monasteries which served as platforms where the twine could meet. Don't we need the spirit of the dargahs today? Mata Saraswati
शारदा माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा कीजे सुदृष्टि कीजे सुदृष्टि सेवक जान अपना इतना वरदान दीजिए तान तान और अलाप बुद्धि अलंकार शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा
You are listening to the only non-commercial Vedic religion webcast. आप सुन रहे हैं वैदिक धर्म का एकमात्र विज्ञापन रहित प्रसारण। धन्यवाद।
वसंत पंचमी
भारत के लिए, जी हाँ, भारत के लिए, क्योंकि आज के ठंड को देखकर बसंत की याद आप सबों को शायद नहीं आए, परंतु मैं तो भारत की बात कर रहा हूँ। भारत के लिए ऋतु परिवर्तन की सूचना लेकर यह पर्व आता है। यह हर साल माघ सुदी पंचमी को मनाया जाता है। भारत में साल भर में 6 ऋतुएं होती हैं, अर्थात हर ऋतु 2 महीने की मानी जाती है। जेठ और आषाढ़ ग्रीष्म ऋतु के महीने हैं। उसके बाद सावन और भादो में वर्षा ऋतु होती है। शरद ऋतु की सुहावनी छटा आश्विन और कार्तिक में दिखाई देती है। फिर अगहन और पूस में हेमंत तथा माघ और फागुन में शिशिर ऋतु आती है। अंत में शिशिर की ठिठुरन और कंपकपी मिटाने के लिए बसंत ऋतु का आगमन होता है। चैत्र और बैसाख के महीने बसंत के महीने हैं। प्रश्न हो सकता है कि जब चैत और बैसाख के महीने बसंत के महीने हैं, तो बसंत पंचमी का पर्व 40 दिन पहले ही माघ सुदी पंचमी को क्यों मनाया जाता है? इस प्रश्न का एक उत्तर तो यह दिया जाता है कि सब ऋतुओं ने बसंत को अपना राजा मानकर अपने अपने समय में से 8-8 दिन उसे भेंट कर दिए हैं। इस प्रकार 5 ऋतुओं में बसंत को 40 दिन मिल जाते हैं। उसका पदार्पण माघ सुदी पंचमी को ही मान लिया जाता है। परंतु यह तो हुई बच्चों वाली बात है। इस प्रश्न का एक लॉजिकल उत्तर भी है। देखा जाए तो ऋतुओं के आने के लक्षण पहले ही से प्रकट होने लगते हैं। एक कहावत भी है कि एक मास ऋतु आगे धावे, आधा जेठ आषाढ़ कहावे। माघ का अंत प्रारंभ होते ही प्रकृति का रूप बदलने लगता है। अब थोड़ी देर के लिए आप बाहर न देखें और कल्पना करें कि आप भारत के किसी गांव में दोपहर के 2-2:30 बजे बाग बगीचे का भ्रमण कर रहे हैं। जाड़े की तेजी कम हो गई है, धूप में गर्मी बढ़ गई है, वृक्षों में नए पत्ते निकल आए हैं, अमराइयों में बौर दिखाई देने लगे हैं, कोयल की काकली वातावरण में उमंग और मादकता भरने लगी है, पछुआ हवा के झोंके आने लगे, जिनमें झूमती हुई जौ गेहूं की बालियां किसान के मन में विचित्र प्रकार के आनंद की हिलोरें उठाने लगी। खेतों में फूली हुई सरसों से दिशाएं पीले रंग में रंगी दिखाई दे रही है। चिड़ियों के कलरव और भौरों में गुंजार से भी एक नई ऋतु के आने की सूचना मिलने लगी है। यहाँ तक कि स्त्री, पुरुष, बाल, वृद्ध सभी के मनोभाव भी बदल गए हैं और हर प्राणी नए उत्साह, नई स्फूर्ति का अनुभव करने लगा है। तो श्रोताओ, यह है भारत के बसंत का मनमोहक रूप। इसीलिए तो हमने इसे ऋतुराज कहा है। तो भला ऐसे मोहक नए ऋतु के अभिनंदन का समारोह यदि सदियों से चला आ रहा हो तो इसमें क्या आश्चर्य। ऋतुओं में केवल बसंत ऋतु ही एक ऐसी ऋतु है जो अपने में सभी ऋतुओं के अच्छे प्रभावों और गुणों का सर्वोत्तम अंश लिए हुए आती है। उसमें न तो अधिक गर्मी होती है, न अधिक सर्दी, और न वर्षा से मिलने वाला कोई कष्ट। बसंत ऋतु मध्यम ऋतु है, एक सन्यासी योगी की तरह। इसमें सब चीज एक समान है। इसमें अगर कोई अति है, बहुतायत है, तो आनंद की अति है, आनंद का बहुतायत है। कहते हैं कि यह पर्व उस समय आरंभ हुआ जब भारत और ऋतुराज के आगमन पर भोग और विलास के अतिरिक्त भारतीयों का अन्य कोई कार्यक्रम नहीं रह जाता था। ऐसा कहा जाता है कि यह मौर्यों के समय में शुरू हुआ और चंद्रगुप्त ने इसे लोकप्रिय उत्सव बनाया। आज भी यह पर्व पंजाब, बिहार और बंगाल में खूब धूमधाम के साथ मनाया जाता है। इसी दिन कृषक अर्थात किसान लोग अपने हल की पूजा करता है और नए वर्ष की खेती का अभियान भी। बसंत पंचमी का एक नाम श्री पंचमी भी है। इस दिन विशेषकर विद्यालयों में सरस्वती पूजन के समारोह होते हैं। जगह जगह सरस्वती के मंडप सजाए जाते हैं, जिन्हें देखकर दुर्गा पूजा के दिनों का स्मरण हो जाता है। प्रश्न हो सकता है कि बसंत पंचमी को सरस्वती पूजन से किस प्रकार जोड़ दिया गया। तो श्रोताओं, जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी कहा है, इसका कोई लॉजिकल या तर्क संगत उत्तर कहीं पढ़ने को नहीं मिलता। हाँ, ब्रह्मवैवर्त पुराण में लिखा है कि श्री कृष्ण ने सरस्वती पर प्रसन्न होकर उन्हें यह वरदान दिया कि बसंत पंचमी में उनकी पूजा होगी।
या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हार धवला, या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता, या वीणा वरदण्ड मण्डितकरा, या श्वेत पद्मासना। या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा। या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा।
You are listening to the only non-commercial Vedic religion webcast. आप सुन रहे हैं वैदिक धर्म का एकमात्र विज्ञापन रहित प्रसारण। धन्यवाद।
Let me explain to you the symbolic meaning of the goddess of learning, Ma Saraswati. You may ask first why the bestower of learning and knowledge is shown in a female form. You see, women held a place of great respect and recognition in the Vedic tradition in India. That is why we find that anything which is said to be of a high order is reverentially described as a feminine object, like Mother Shruti, that is the Vedas, Mother Bhagavad Gita, Mother Durga, Mother Ganga, etc. Rishis believed that woman was far more powerful than man. She was more tolerant. She had much more moral and spiritual strength. She could withstand more roughness of life. She could bear pain more patiently than man could. We Hindus believe that Saraswati is the Shakti, power of the Creator. The reason is that the Creator must possess full knowledge before he begins to create. Knowledge is required at every stage of creation to maintain harmony and rhythm in the process. Saraswati is absolutely fair and clad in spotless white garments. This signifies absolute purity. In order to create anything, we have to have the combination of pure elements. This suggests subjectively that to achieve a particular object, we have to make a single-minded effort. Any diversion or any extraneous attraction will upset the results. That is what is sought to be represented by this symbol, that is the white cloth. It signifies Sattvic Vidya, true knowledge of the purest spiritual kind. Ma Saraswati has 4 arms and 4 hands. As in the case of many gods and goddesses' images, the 4 arms represent the 4 directions, meaning thereby the all-pervasiveness of the divine principle, both subjective and objective. Saraswati is all-pervading and all-powerful. The two frontal arms relate to the manifested world of objects, and the two back arms represent the world behind the world of objects, that is, the subjective world. Many scholars have said that the four arms or the four hands represent the four aspects of the inner human personality, and that is mind, intellect, conditional consciousness, and ego. Ma Saraswati carries the lute, Indian lute, Veena. Grossly speaking, Veena symbolizes the music of life. The collective sound of all our thoughts and actions in the cosmic forms operates as music in the universe. Saraswati is seen holding the Veena in her two frontal hands. The right hand is placed on the lower side and the left on the upper side of the Veena. The Veena is kept slanted downward on the right side. The placing of the left and the right hands signifies the operative range between the lowest and the highest. The upper hand left is directed towards the highest, and the lower hand right is directed towards the lowest. The Veena represents Urdhvagami Vidya, that is, higher supramental knowledge, as well as the Adhogami Avidya, that is, downward non-knowing trend. Placing of the left front hand on the upper side of the symbol of knowledge show that knowledge has to be operated with conscious application of the heart, left side. It should be dominated by the heart's qualities. In other words, knowledge should be used for the good of others. Placing the right front hand on the lower side of the Veena, the side of avidya, that is lack of knowledge, symbolizes that avidya has to be kept under the control of intellect consciously. Even if one has negative knowledge in him, one should always keep it under the control of one's intellect and be careful in its application, or, in other words, one should always use discrimination before putting into use one's worldly knowledge. Ma Saraswati is also shown holding a book in her hand. Ordinarily, a book is a means of acquiring knowledge, but in the hand of Saraswati, it symbolizes total knowledge. Saraswati is the goddess of all knowledge, worldly as well as spiritual. The placement of the book in the left rear hand is a significant caution. Knowledge has to be held under the surveillance of the heart, which means that its application and acquisition should be controlled by the soft side of the human personality. This is a subjective process, has been represented by placing the book in the rear left hand of Ma Saraswati. Ma Saraswati is also shown holding a rosary. Generally speaking, a rosary symbolizes concentration. You will note that the rosary is held by Ma Saraswati in meditative pose, Japa Mudra. In this pose, the two middle fingers are placed with the thumb forming a point, which indicates that meditation with proper attention and concentration can always be extremely beneficial. Ma Saraswati is also shown in some pictures or images as sitting on a swan, Hansa, or a peacock, Mayura. The swan is known amongst the birds to have a tremendous amount of discriminating power. It has a very sensitive beak through which it can discriminate between the right and the wrong. It can discriminate between the real and the unreal. It can separate the milk from water. Place shining stones, both really precious and fake, close to a swan. It will discriminate between the real and the fake. This acute sense of discrimination, represented through a swan, is used by Goddess Saraswati as her carrier. She symbolizes illuminating knowledge, that is Vidya. It is represented through a swan and is directed to the supreme and not to worldly or superficial knowledge. Ma Saraswati presides over this, indicating that for acquisition of supreme knowledge, one has to perform activities founded on divine wisdom as pure as the color white. तो बस आज इतना ही. Time has come to take your leave today. Wishing you all happy Vasant Panchami. Goddess Saraswati willing, we will meet again in Bhajnavali. Goodbye and may God bless.
सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ, सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ, सुर का ज्ञान सिखा दे माँ. है अंधियारा इस हृदय में, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ. सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ, सुर का ज्ञान सिखा दे माँ. है अंधियारा इस हृदय में, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ. सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ. रीत न जानू, गीत न जानू, प्रीत में जानू चरणों की. रीत न जानू, गीत न जानू, प्रीत में जानू चरणों की. हो रीत न जानू, गीत न जानू, प्रीत में जानू चरणों की. ज्ञान नहीं अज्ञानी हूँ मैं, सच्ची राह दिखा दे माँ। है अंधियारा इस हृदय में, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ, सुर का दीप जला दे माँ। सुर की देवी सरस्वती माँ।